25 and then come down to 55.
Thank you.
We're getting them some microphones.
Okay. I'm perfectly content.
Straight back, 325 and then down to 55.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
It was so sweet how you mentioned your husband in your acceptance speech. Can you talk a little bit about how your life has changed since meeting him and how he supports you?
First of all, I love your eyelashes. They're all sparkly. He's just made everything better and clearer and more real. And that's all I'm going to say. Thank you.
We're going to 55 and then to 219.
Hi, Ann. Jeremy Parsons, Reels Channel. Congratulations.
Hello. Thank you.
I spoke to you what seems like an eternity ago at the Les Mis junket. When I walked in the room, myself and other people were heaping praises on you, and you were kind of blushing, and you said that you're not used to this kind of attention, kind of used to being the underdog. Are you now at the end of this crazy, successful run of award season? Are you willing to relinquish underdog status officially?
Officially, never. I'm an actor, man. You always, I mean, this is spectacular, but if you want to get realistic with it, and thank you very much for bringing me back down to earth, you're always looking for the next job. You always think at the end of one, it doesn't matter what's happened before, no one's ever going to hire me again. So I do feel this evening the respect of my peers, and I'm going to ride that wave for as long as I can. But I do also have a practical approach to acting, which is gotta work, gotta work, gotta work.
We're going to 219, and then we'll go to 77.
Miss Hathaway right here.
Hello.
I have to admit, watching the clip, I've seen the film, and I was somewhat taken aback, again, seeing your clip. When you watch it, when you revisit the film and see that scene, your song, are you ever sort of kind of impressed by yourself? And like, oh my God, that was really good.
I'm impressed by the work around me. I'm impressed by my makeup. I'm impressed by my costume. I'm impressed by the haircut and the set and the score and the song. But no, all I can hear is all of the notes that I didn't quite hit. But maybe I'll get over it someday.
We're going to 77 and then 37.
Hi, Joe Daniel, 7 Network Australia.
Thank you.
You mentioned Hugh Jackman in your acceptance speech.
Yes.
Can you tell us how he inspired you in this film?
Oh, my goodness. Well, Tom Hooper, our director, has gone on record as saying this film wouldn't have happened if Hugh Jackman didn't exist. And I know exactly why he says that. Hugh is this magical alien combination of strength and soul and heart and artistry and fun. And if you think about it, I mean, not to get serious, but we do live in a world that can tend towards the cynical. And to have someone in a film like this where it's inherent to the film's success that you believe in the goodness of the central character, and that someone like Hugh exists who has that goodness within him, it made the film soar. And we all knew that. And, we're not coal miners. It wasn't hard work, but, it was challenging. And we looked to him every day and to his strength and to his indefatigable spirit. He never complained once. He did as many takes as need be. And he was absolutely our rock and our inspiration through everything, and to me personally.
We're going to 37 and then 182.
Hi, Ann. How are you? Congratulations.
Thank you.
I'm Darian Harvin with WEBN Boston, and what I really wanted to know is how your role in Les Mis and just being a part of that movie, how did it change you as an actress and also just as a person?
I've done films before where I've played real people. And I'm thinking real people, but a character, you know what I mean? A character based on a real situation. And I'm thinking specifically of Rachel Getting Married, where I played a recovering addict who was in the ascent of her life, of her recovery. And though it was difficult and though it was painful, she was in a better place than she had been. Playing Fantine, having to connect with the darkness of life, and I think maybe more to the point, the unnecessary suffering that human beings can inflict on each other. I would have loved to have gone home and forgotten about that every day, but you just can't because it exists, and it exists for millions of men and women throughout the world. I think this film changed me because it made me more compassionate and more aware.
182, and then I do have to wrap it up with 123.
Oh, call him 117 too?
Okay, we're going to
Thank
do
you.
a couple more. 182, and then 123
She was nice to me.
and 117. So 3 more.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
You said it came true when you started your speech. What's it? Did you have a special wish or what?
I had a dream. And it came true. And that can happen. And that's wonderful. And so that was all I was saying was that it can, and it did. Excuse me, that's not articulate.
We're going to go over to 123 and then end with 117.
Hi, Ann. I'm so happy for you.
Who are you?
It's
Where
Jeff
are you?
Slanham. Hi.
Hey, man, how are you?
Good. Good to see you. Describe the team that gets you ready for all the events up to today and today where you look so great, and what's the dress?
I am so glad you asked, because I'm kidnapping them and I'm taking them away next week to say thank you for everything that they do. They are the most loving, supportive, generous, calm people, and I don't know how they're able to do the work that they can with me going through all the craziness that I have and processing that. I've worked with Kate Lee, my makeup artist, Adair Abergel, for I think the past 6 or 7 years, Rachel Zoe for the past 7 or 8 years, and for the past 2 to 3 years I've worked with Jill Lincoln, who's come onto the Rachel Zoe Incorporated team. We all really know each other, we're friends. We hang out outside of this, we're there for each other in life, we pull for each other. We've been to each other's, well, they've been to my wedding, I'm going to go to theirs, and I don't know how to describe it except that it does feel different. It feels like, it doesn't feel like we're all just doing a job and we're brought together through happenstance and employment, but we're actually invested in each other's futures and present. And I'm so grateful that I have such talented people working on my mug.
And we'll end with 117.
Yeah, you won. So you're so up there, you thanked your husband, you're very open with your emotions even back here. And I know sometimes you're really earnest and professional, and people sometimes tease you about that.
Oh, I called on you and you asked me about, okay, anyway, keep going.
But why, how do you not let that get to you and you sort of stay true to yourself like that?
It does get to me, but you have to remember in life that there's a positive to every negative and a negative to every positive, and I'm gonna go there. The miracle of the universe is that, as far as they know, there is 51% matter versus 49% antimatter. Things tip in the scale of the positive, and so that is what I focus on, the fact that it all comes home. I live my life with love. I live my life with compassion. I live my life hoping the best for absolutely everyone, no matter how they feel about me. And when you live that way, it's amazing how beautiful every day can be.
Thank you so much, and congratulations.